feeling pretty good. So if I scare you, I just want to prepare you.
That's fine.
Give you the courteous because we haven't been in this particular setting in how long now?
Like a few months.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Welcome back to Down with the Get Down. It's your boy Romel.
And your boy Derek.
We appreciate y'all coming through for another installment. It's been a minute since y'all seen us physically back in the studio, but hey, we're getting out some more episodes to bring to the people. We've been gone for a little minute. A lot of transitions, a lot of life stuff, but we're back to trying to get more content out there, push some more things out there, and we've been doing a lot of collaborating on our end to try to figure out what's the next direction and what we're going to do. We're still going to give you guys plenty of content here as well, but we have some more things in the works that we're going to workshop and get as far as gaming. And that's one of the main topics we have for today. Derek came straight in and was like, we're not talking about anything else.
All the other topics, I don't give a fuck. I just want to talk about Spider-Man.
He said, forget all that.
I will say, since you played a little bit of it, actually, I'll get to that later. But I think that the beginning of Spider-Man is probably one of the best beginnings to like a game.
Yeah, I was like mesmerized. You can ask Haven. When I was sitting there playing the game, I would just pause for a second and just be watching the television, just like, wow, this is nice.
I was immersed.
I was.
At one point, I decided to just put my headset on for no reason, and it blew me away. All the sounds and everything were great.
See, I haven't put the headset on. Now I got to do that when I get home.
Well, if you're going to do it, start like a new game and just do that first sequence. Because other than that, I don't put the headset on.
Okay.
But I just did it for that because I was like, this just sounds great. And then, how far did you get?
I stopped after. So I did the whole opening sequence. And then I just got the new suits. So when he goes to go pick up his backpack, since we got the pre-order version, I went ahead and looked at.
You got all the other cool
Yeah,
ones.
I got the one with the hood. I got him wearing that one right
I
now.
was wearing that one. I had the one. I was like the orange and black one.
Yeah,
I got that one.
But
I'm not wearing that anymore. I got the. I'm Black Spider-Man right now. So, yeah.
You already got him.
Yeah.
Okay. So how is that like deep into it when he turns into?
Not necessarily, because like when I don't want to.
Yeah, you can't spoil it for me yet. Haven't gotten there. These are technically first impressions.
Yeah, I mean, it's not technically it wouldn't be spoiling it because you saw it in the beginning part.
Yeah.
So like Osborn gives it to Harry. Harry it cures his illness or whatever. So then he starts helping Peter, because they randomly there was a random encounter of this big thing falling on him, and he was trying to like help people, and then Harry comes in and helps. And he was like, Harry? And then he looks at him, Peter?
My friend. He was such a mystery for the longest, man. Because when they
were saying he was in Europe or something like that?
Yeah. And then when he popped in, they were like 2 years ago. And I was like, who is this? And then I looked at the caption. And the captions, and it had his name. I said, oh, that's Harry.
Yeah, because he has like whatever illness his mom had. And so that's why he was like in that tank or whatever.
Yeah, they always made his stuff so like it was just.
I thought that he was gonna be like a goblin type character, but he's not Venom. He's like Agent Venom. That
okay.
Type. So instead of like Eddie Brock, it's Harry. But something happens or whatever, and then obviously like Venom always wants to be on Spider-Man, and then it gets transferred over to Peter, and so they're trying to figure out how to like get it off of him and also find a cure for Harry.
Because when it's not on Harry, his illness comes back.
Yeah. So right now Harry's cool, but he's they just want to get this shit done, and then they're trying to find Dr. Connors because one thing I really like about this game in particular is like all three of them. The progression of the characters that aren't just like Spider-Man and stuff like that, like has really like they've changed a lot, right? So like a lot of them ended up like after they got out of prison, like reforming to some degree. So like Tombstone, he's a mechanic. Tombstone's a mechanic. Dr. Connors isn't trying to be, on that lizard shit anymore. Mysterio is trying to use his knowledge of like illusions to make like these cool amusement things.
Yeah.
For people to go into, and they can have whatever fantasy they want inside of there. And none of them are bad people. They're just like, look, I want to turn around.
He's the first Spider-Man that just sat here and was like, they were like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting this man.
He did something Batman can never do. And then obviously Black Cat, you know, she's still stealing shit, but she's not like bad about it or anything. She
didn't get beat up enough. He needed to put the hands on her.
Instead of beating her, he fucked herself.
He's like, I'm gonna fuck the bad out of you.
So
saving New
she
York.
was doing good until they broke up. So
see,
it's his fault.
See, you got to keep going.
He can't get enough of that MJ.
He was like, it was crazy. The crazy's better. What they say out here.
That Well.
He wanted stability. That's crazy.
But so yeah, it was all that shit, and then like you got Miles with his stuff. I will say, I don't think this was their intention, and this might just be like an only me thing. I don't really give a fuck about Miles anymore. Because when I started the game, my whole thing was, okay, Miles is cool, but I want to get to the symbiote. And when I saw that it didn't take very long to get there, all the other stuff with Miles, I just really didn't care about. I just wanted to do everything for Peter to get to that, and now I only want to use that. I don't want to use anything else. They got
Peter juiced up in this game, boy.
Where I'm at right now, I'm doing crazy things.
He's juiced up. Yeah, if y'all haven't played the new Spider-Man 2, when we drop this, hopefully you have the game by this time.
Yeah, hopefully.
But
because I'm not trying to spoil too much for y'all, but I'm just saying some of the things that are going on in there. And also Craven, that nigga crazy.
That was the last cutscene I saw was when he had killed the dude in the woods, and they showed the map of everybody, and he was like, "This is a new hunting ground," and he was like, "I'm coming there," and I was like,
"Oh yeah." Also, Prowler reformed too. He's not doing his shit anymore.
Nice.
So, the thing with Craven though, he's like also technically Sandman reformed as well, but because of what Craven did is why he went on that like thing. Because he's like hunting them, and if they have like powers or something like that, he's like forcing them to activate it so he can hunt them while they're like that.
So he's like enraging people.
Kinda. Like he like injects Connors with the thing to turn him into the lizard.
Damn.
So he can hunt the lizard.
Damn.
So it's not like Connors was like doing something and then he's just like, I want to go bad again or anything like that. Like he literally was walking and they just picked him up and then they did all these experiments to try to figure out how to like change his DNA so he can be the lizard again.
The way Craven popped up was wild.
I think they also did it to where he's more aggressive as the lizard too. Something like that. But anyway, so they're chasing him. They were trying to, well, they couldn't actually figure out a way to like kill Tombstone because his skin is too like tough. So you free him and it's just a whole bunch of shit. And I'm just like, man, this guy's, he's terrible.
That's how you know it's a great villain. If you're just looking at the screen and you're constantly like, this guy.
There's gonna be one part in there that you're gonna be like, oh fuck. And I'm not gonna tell you when it is, but it is when you try to go like in that whole sequence of like saving Dr. Connors.
Yeah,
they did do that dumb shit that I don't like, that I don't think most people liked, but they did it a little bit better this time, where you play as like MJ. Because nobody really gives a fuck about playing as like the characters don't have any powers. So you gotta sneak around with like MJ for a little bit. But at least this time they give her like a strong ass fucking stun gun.
Damn.
So at least you're not just like sneaking around and then trying not to get caught or something like that. You can actually like, if people are shooting at you, you can like run, dodge, and like zap them or something like that.
She got the Thule on now.
Basically, yeah.
Love that for her. She upgraded. Everybody need character development.
That
Hers
is true.
A stun gun.
I do wish you could play as Harry a little bit, but only when he's like in the suit. But I don't. Well, they might do that at some point. I don't know.
Cool. It might be at the end. Might be like something like they just introduced it and then they were like, oh yeah, wait for Spider-Man 3. But it'll be like Spider-Man. It'll be Venom. Like that'll be the name of the game or something like that. Spider-Man. Venom, and then you just play as Venom the entire game. Then they'll probably drop Spider-Man 3.
I feel like the next Spider-Man would be like Spider-Man Carnage. Or or something like that instead of Venom, since this one is primarily about Venom and you're going to fight Venom at the end and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, which is just a theory, so nobody think I'm spoiling or anything like that, I think the person that's going to be Venom is Kraven. Because it doesn't make sense for Harry, because I don't think they're going to figure out a way to get it back onto Harry.
Do they have Eddie in the game? Is he okay? He's not. Is he even in the universe?
Yeah, they talked about him before, but he's in the military, I think. Something like that. He's somewhere. I don't exactly remember, but no, he's not in there. So I think the only person that it makes sense for would be him. I know at some point you're gonna fight Peter with Miles. I feel like that is a given. And then they also had, what's her name? Scream.
Who was it?
Or whatever her name is. It's like when the symbiote gets on, like, I think it's MJ or something like that. It turns her like orange.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, and she has like super long hair or some shit. I think that's in there too. So I think the symbiote is gonna like transfer to like different people, but I think ultimately it's probably gonna go to like Kraven or something like that.
Possibly. Then they might make it OP, or they might throw us an eyeball and put it on some random.
I think it makes more sense for Kraven, and then like it transfers after you beat him, kind of thing.
You think it's gonna get to him last at the end of the game?
No, I think like he's gonna be like the final boss as Venom, and then after you beat him, the symbiote's gonna just go somewhere else, and you won't have to like worry about it.
I was thinking you were talking about like in the next game, like it's gonna go to him at the end of this one, and then the next game is gonna pick up with him being Venom.
Oh no, I feel like you're gonna beat all of that off of him at least, and then because like they said in there, his ultimate goal is to like die. He's like Kaido. He wants to die in a great hunt, basically. So he wants to he
wants to taste defeat, like Bobby.
Basically, he wants to find strong things that can possibly kill him. If not, then he's just gonna kill it. So it's basically Baki. I love stealth in this game, right? Yeah. So I'm sneaking across, because you can do like web lines now. So if you're like on something, you can shoot a line wherever you are and then just walk across instead of like trying to figure out ways to like jump across and shit. So I was walking over some people and they were talking about like, oh yeah, one time I was like hunting with Kraven and he found these people, killed them, and then he was holding the guy before he died so that he can absorb his last breath. What the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? He was like, he wanted to. He's like, he wanted to inhale his last breath before he died.
Bruh, imagine somebody just standing up. You just see some nigga over your and just put his mouth on your nose and just sucks. He's about to die. He's like, bro, just let him die. He's like, no, I must taste his essence.
I feel like you just do that by sniffing in your nose. I don't think you have to like put your mouth on him.
He literally just sucks it out of him. Like not just smells it and be like, oh, that's nice. He literally just takes the air and suffocates this man.
So this game, I have not died as much in the other games because I set it on like the hardest one, the hardest difficulty.
You're wild.
I just had to experience it. But I will say there are certain parts of it, like there's one part that I don't like. Where when the screen gets a little red, your indicator for like your perfect dodges and stuff like that is also red. So it's kind of hard to see. There's also a shit ton of people when you play like on the hardest difficulty. There's a lot of people that come in.
I thought there was a lot of people in the regular normal setting. I was sitting there like that. I was like,
there's so much more.
I was sitting there. I thought this was a great setting. I don't know if you noticed it, but in the menu, when you're choosing your difficulty, you know how they have like amazing, which is the normal setting, and then is is it spectacular for the hard one?
Yeah, I think so.
And then friendly
for the
they have friendly, amazing, spectacular, but they have another setting that's in the beginning called friendly neighborhood, and that one specifically, it seems like it's like a kid setting.
I think that's if you're focused on more story.
No, friendly, they did say story. You're focused on story.
But they also have friendly neighborhood. They
have an easier setting and you don't die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I guess that'd be good for people that are trying to make like certain videos and stuff.
I was sitting there like, oh, that's cool. Like if you just wanted to just get a controller to like a child or something like that. And he was like, and they're getting mad because they're dying. You're like, here, just play it on this setting, and then you can play that. You can go through the whole story, and you can't die.
I love that you can swim too.
Yeah, my coworker was telling me about. He said you skim the water now or something like that.
When I did, I was gliding. You can only do it if you're gliding.
Oh,
So if you're gliding and then you get too close to the water, they'll put their feet on the water and start sliding across the water, and then you can like jump off and then glide again.
All right.
I was like, that's cool as fuck.
When he did the glide, they already had me. I was like, game of the year. I was like, it won.
I will say the one thing which obviously I know they can't do it, but I feel like the outfits with the capes, they could have done just a little bit with just like spreading the capes out.
You know, like Batman gliding.
They still don't have the one tech thing that I loved in the first one.
Which one is that?
It's the mini drones. Like you can shoot the little mini drones and they'll fly around you and stuff. I used to love that one, but they don't have it in there. I guess it's because it was too like OP. Because I upgraded that like the first, and so anytime I went through the game, because I was on the hardest difficulty, I was
you just had the little three dudes.
No, I did 5.
Oh yeah,
you can upgrade it to like 5 or something like that. And so you shoot those, and then you'll just be fighting and have that. I will say, you saw it when you're fighting with like another person around you. Like they'll randomly do like a mini little cutscene thing when you're like taking down somebody. It'll be like both of you together or something. Oh yeah, I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah, because I just randomly went to go fight crime, and then here's Miles, and he's just already two-piecing folks.
Yeah, he was like already on a roof. he
was like,
you can just join him.
He was in the alley. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I was swinging down on a roof, and then I jumped on the roof, and I'm fighting, and then all of a sudden I see Miles just come out of nowhere and punch somebody in the face. Bro, I was like, damn.
I knew it was gonna be a good game when they were having like side conversation in the middle of a fight. He was like, oh hey Miles, so. Just talking to him as they were in the middle of just fucking these folks up.
Oh, bro, I already knew it was game of the year when because if you fight with somebody else, at the end you can go interact with them for like a quick thing, and they did the Spider-Man point thing. I was like, game of the year.
They did what they did on mine. They hugged each other, and I was like, love. It was right after this man lost his job too. It was right after this man lost. Oh, this man Peter. I was so sad for him.
I knew he was gonna lose his job too, like, and I was like, God damn, I punch her in the face.
I was like, bro, you might need to reveal that you're Spider-Man or something.
It's like because technically, even if he does, like, there's not much he can lose because a lot of the villains aren't like villains anymore. Like they're really just chilling. They're fucking civilians right now.
It'd be random. It'd be regular folks coming out of nowhere. He'd be like, yeah, remember me when you kicked me in my fucking neck last week? I'm coming out the Aunt May, bitch.
Well, she's dead.
She is dead. He doesn't have. I'm coming after your girl
because all he has is MJ and technically Harry, but both of them can take care of themselves technically. So I mean, he basically straight. That taser really it got red lightning. It don't got blue lightning. This shit special. Right. I will say the weird thing though, which I never obviously it's not gonna happen, but I always thought it was fucking dumb. Why are there no more heroes? You have Avengers Tower. I know on the first one they said they were all out of town or something like that, like on another planet, because like he was calling Shield or something like that, and they were like, yeah, they're all like off world or something like that. It's been years. They got to be back.
This is why PlayStation Spider-Man is OP, because he has to hold it down by himself at all times,
which is crazy.
He's in both cities doing it, swinging across, gliding across. That's why he got so many upgrades now. When I saw the arms come out, I was
the Iron Spider thing.
When I saw that, I was like, he's trying to compete with Miles.
See, and that's the thing. Yeah. Like when you get towards after that part where you're at, and you try to like stop them from breaking Martin Lee and Scorpion out of jail, Miles starts getting like new powers. So he can shoot lightning now, and it's like blue and not like that one.
So he's just shooting Hadokens.
Basically, yeah. Or he can like do this other one where he like jumps in the sky and like comes down on somebody and like does a big explosion.
Okay.
Or he can like absorb all of the energy and do like a big lightning explosion or something like that. There's like other shit.
Oh,
but
so they just turn them into superheroes.
Basically, yeah.
Super
Like a lot of his shit is like stress induced. Like, because like when he saw like Martin Lee, because that's the dude that killed his dad. So he was like,
man had a panic attack.
This nigga, no, he didn't. He was angry. He was gonna let him die. Because he's in a tank and like they're on a ship and the ship gets invaded by Kraven and all them, and so the ship is sinking. So like Martin Lee is like in the thing, and obviously he doesn't know that's Miles. So he's like strapped up in a thing, and water's coming into the little tank that he's in, and he's like, "Hey, help me out!" And then Miles is just looking at him, and then starts walking away. And then he decides to go back, and then
he's like,
and then when he got out, he was like, "You're gonna leave me to die."
he just looks at him with great power comes great responsibility. He's like, what does that even mean? What that mean? He just keeps repeating it to himself. Great power means great responsibility. Great power. Fuck this nigga.
I really wish they would have done like the Thanos thing, because he looked at him and he was like, "You don't know what you took away from me." I really wish Martin Lee was like, "I don't even know who you are."
I don't even know you.
Were you? Because there's like this one part where he's like holding on to him, and motherfuckers are gonna die behind Miles, right? And he's just focused on Martin Lee, and Peter's like, he's like, "Spider-Man, I need your help, help,
please."
And he's just staring at him, and he just decides, fine. And then he goes, "Help." And that's when he gets his other power, because he was pissed off that he had to leave him to go do another thing.
And was like, "I'm finna." Ooh. He just needs to get one sucker punch in, but he not gonna hold back.
Yeah,
he gonna punch a hole through this.
They're constantly worried about his mental health, because they're like, "You're gonna kill this man."
It's a good thing he doesn't have the symbiote. It would been a wrap.
Well, yeah. Well, technically, it wouldn't work for him because of his electric powers.
Oh yeah,
it affects it or something like that. So he would never have it unless he was like not using that ability specifically.
He gets an electric one. It's an electric symbiote. That's electric.
Nah, his electricity is completely different from any type of electricity. It works on all symbiotes. So
that's convenient.
Yeah.
Good thing with the writers.
Yeah, basically. It works on, like, because I forget what his name is, but he's like the king of like all symbiotes or something like that. He's like the original. And Miles was able to basically knock this nigga out because he's able to affect any type of symbiote.
Oh, yeah, he OP. He just touched him. Man said, zzz.
Yeah. It's like his little takedown where he like touches you and then he does this and you just fucking get tased and knocked out.
I'm dead.
But yeah, and then that's all his little special shit. But I don't know if they're gonna do more. But I know like you have the choice between if you want to use the blue lightning or the orange lightning. Obviously, I'm picking the blue because like
I felt like they did have to go.
It shoots farther and it's stronger. And then for Peter, you have the choice between using the symbiote or the
regular gadgets and stuff.
No, you can use the regular gadgets for both.
Okay.
It's using the Iron Spider things. You can choose on using that or the symbiote.
Okay. But you can still have the symbiote on him, or is it take him like completely off?
No, you won't use the symbiote at all.
Okay.
Like you can use the outfit.
Does it still do the thing where like when he puts the symbiote on, his personality changes, and then when he takes
it's gradually. I don't know. I know that it might do that, but I know it's him gradually getting more aggressive. So like where I'm at right now, he's not like aggressive at all. He did like one thing to one person, and slammed him through some glass hard as fuck. Damn. And then he was like, "That wasn't me." And then he jumped over and he's like, "You need to put some ice on that," and he swung away.
He said, "Ooh."
So I mean, it hasn't got to the part where his personality has completely shifted. I feel like, well, I hope it doesn't, but I feel like his personality might shift if like they kill Harry or something like that.
Oh yeah, he gonna be sitting there. I ain't seen my boy in 2 years.
Oh yeah, because their reunion was emotional. You get to play as like young Peter, which I was like, whatever. Because at least, even though you're playing as young Peter, you still have powers. So you can still, you can't swing around, but you're like stealth going through like the school and shit like that. So that part was kind of cool. And then you have Miles trying to get with the deaf chick.
I thought that was, for some reason, I don't know why I thought that was the girl who blew herself up. I was like,
no, that was his old best friend.
Yeah, that was the best friend girl. I was like, did she survive? I was like,
and she's deaf now.
But that's the girl he met at the end of the game, wasn't it?
Well, technically he met her in the beginning, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember him.
He
helped her with something.
Yeah, he had like spoke to her, or well, technically signed to her, because she can't speak.
Hearing them having a conversation, I thought that was sweet. I was like, oh, look at them letting her know what they're talking.
Have a conversation.
Yeah, it's like they were over there doing the thing and having normal conversation, going through emotions. He was in the middle of going through some type of emotion and was like sitting there signing, and I was like, this is not funny.
You know what's weird? She can call you, right? And when she, never mind, I'm gonna say that. When she calls you, I was expecting something different, but when she calls you,
they're gonna be on some Helen Keller type stuff. So
as soon as she answers the phone, hello.
Like, why is she screaming at me?
Nah, when she calls you, I guess she texts or something like that, because like it's a robot like saying what she's typing or something like that. So like that, you can actually have conversations with her if she calls you or something like that. But other than that, it's like sign language shit. Which I thought, I don't know, it's just weird that
they'll have a complicated relationship. When I think about it, he'll be sitting there.
She knows that he's Spider-Man.
She knows Spider-Man.
I mean, she's understanding of that. So I guess that's one of the perks of it.
It'd be funny if she's been secretly trying to snitch on him the whole time. People just can't understand.
You know what's crazy?
Miles, I don't speak sign.
Miles has way more people on his side that know his powers, that know he's Spider-Man, that are completely fine with it. Because his mom was a mayor.
Yeah.
He has Genki. He has her. I don't remember her name is. Then he has Peter, MJ, and Harry. All them know. And I don't know whoever else.
Did Harry always know he was Spider-Man?
He finds out like later. Because when he finds out that Peter is Spider-Man, because like Peter kept talking about like, hey, because he gets a new job at some point. And then he's like, yeah, I'm tutoring this kid. And then later on, he's like, I'm assuming the kid that you're tutoring is also the other one. And he's like, basically.
So. That's funny. It's what was I about to say? His Peter just needs to learn how to trust people. He said, you got people that's on your side. He thinking that, I feel like Peter thinks that everybody he would tell was gonna be like, no, don't be Spider-Man anymore. Hang up the cowl, let it go.
Well, so the cool thing about this game is the main message of the game is balance. Like you see a thing from like what's her name from Aunt May that has a picture on it called balance, and so he's trying to like balance being Spider-Man, balance working, balance his life with other people, balance him being with Miles and stuff like that. So like the whole thing is about balance and how he's going to do that. And I guess also balance not being Black Spider-Man. Something else.
Not using Black Air Force energy.
Basically, yeah. I'm just, because apparently people have said that he ends up killing some people. So I'm waiting for that.
You're going to see how that goes.
I'm waiting for that to happen at some point.
Bro, for to be taking lives out here. He probably going to take Cravens.
Well, there's like this, Harry was beating that boy up. Because when Harry comes in, because of whatever happens, he starts piecing him up. I thought he was gonna kill him, and then something happens, and then Craven like gets away or something like that.
What's weird about so we haven't seen the Goblin pop up at any moment, right?
No, but we knew it happened because he knows about Osborn and all that stuff. But that hasn't. He's reformed.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was interesting with the fact that in the beginning when they did the first cutscene of like showing Harry, the way he walked up on him was so menacing.
Oh yeah,
he was like, "I'll never let you go," and like look this boy in his soul.
When he held his face, I was like, something seems wrong. I'll never let you go. And then he puts his hand on his shoulder, and then he's just like, and then after that, when you see them again, everything's like normal, and you're like, all right,
I'll never let you go. And then he just it just transferred over to him, and this boy.
It really sounded like some Meat Canyon type shit.
I was like, what is he gonna do to him?
I wasn't expecting him to have the symbiote, though. Honestly, I thought he was going to be like Hobgoblin or something like that. But it's a good little change.
It'd be funny if it was a mix. It gets mixed in. Like, all of a sudden, he gets injected with he's like, since he's dying, he's the part where he's like, oh, when he takes the symbiote away, he starts dying. All of a sudden, Osborn's like, I'll never let you go. And then it's it right in the neck.
Hey, I feel like they could do that. I feel like they could figure out a way for him to like not die and not have the symbiote and stuff like that. If it comes down to it, I feel like he might just get put back in that little tank.
It's either that or they might incorporate Miles and Miles figures it out.
Yeah, maybe, because that's the other reason why I was like thinking about why aren't there other heroes and shit? Because like you got Reed Richards, Tony Stark, like. These two people can come together and figure out a way to not kill this man.
They're on vacation. Every time shit goes down in Manhattan, in Queens. Isn't that where Miles is? Queens? Where is he at?
Who? Peter?
No, Peter's in Manhattan, is he?
Yeah, I think so.
And then where is Miles?
Harlem,
yeah. That's where it was. Where is Luke Cage?
Harlem.
That's exactly. I was like, where is he?
Harlem is where all the black people are in New York. So that's why all the black superheroes are from Harlem.
I'm dead.
That's where all the gangs are.
That's all the gang makers are.
You didn't know that?
No, I know. I just think that's hilarious that they put them
funny
right
as
there.
Shit. Which I want. Was he in? Wasn't Luke Cage in one of the Spider-Man games? Was he in the first one?
Yeah, no. He wasn't in this version.
He wasn't in the Insomnia one.
No, he was in the.
Because I know he was in the.
Was it Web of Shadows? Because you train with him at some point. Like you fight against him.
Was that Web of Shadows? It might have been Web of Shadows.
Because you go against him, and then at some point you also go against Wolverine.
Yeah, I know. You can like kill. Well, you can't kill Luke Cage, but like you can go bad on those two because you have like the choices, which I do like. I don't wish they did that for this one, but if they did it, I would be like, that's cool. I also feel like
that. I've been like, all right now.
I feel like if they make a third one, I feel like they have the engine good enough to where they could do co-op if they wanted to.
That's what Haven was asking me when I first booted up. She was like, "Oh, y'all can play together." I was like,
"I wish."
No. Sadly,
Allie asked me the same thing.
That would have been so hard, bro. That would have been so hard.
When when I called you, she was like, "Oh, you're gonna call Ro? You're gonna play the game with him?" And I was like, "Nah,
you play this solo. like this is me time,
basically."
Spider-Man is me time. So all in all, do you have any final remarks on Spider-Man?
Nah. Other than it's basically gonna be game of the year, unless people are just spiteful and make Hogwarts Legacy game of the year.
If they make Hogwarts Legacy, I give it like it was a good run. It had what it had, but at the end of the day, we know that it didn't put out fully what it could have done.
That's not the reason I say it's going to be game of the year. I don't think anybody really gives a fuck about the game being good for Hogwarts Legacy. It's just out of spite, like because of the whole thing of them saying you're transphobic if you like.
So you think they're going to just push it out there just for it to be in people's faces?
Yeah, to annoy because like that's what they were saying when the game was coming out. They were like, we're going to make this game of the year just to spite all of you people.
I mean, if they end up getting it, I mean, I know that's going to
be a nominee.
It's a double-edged sword for them to feel to be like, oh, we won. It was like, you really won because the people hated. People wanted to do that for clout.
It don't really matter. Also, they're getting a DLC. So, I don't remember when it comes out though, but I think they said they're going to announce it officially in December or something like that.
That should be interesting. I wonder what they're going to put on there.
I was like, they're too fucking late. I've already uninstalled it.
I just moved. I think I moved it over to install Spider-Man.
I've been uninstalled that shit.
Now I think about it. No, it's still on there. It's still on there because she hasn't finished it. So I've been like, I kept it on there for that specific reason.
I really wish I would have got it on the Switch so that
take it with you.
Nah, because it would be for Allie because I don't play it. Yeah. She doesn't get on my PlayStation, so like she plays the Switch more than the PlayStation. So I wish I would have got it. I might actually end up buying it for her on the Switch, and because she's not very far.
It might be cheaper.
I think it is cheaper.
Yeah, the price might have went down.
It's not as like good looking.
But yeah, all in all, I do Spider-Man. Was it Spider-Man 2? What they call it?
Spider-Man 2, yeah.
Which is crazy. The last Spider-Man 2 was fantastic. The one that was on PS2.
Spider-Man 2, because Spider-Man 2 back in the day was the golden standard for every Spider-Man game, and no Spider-Man game could ever replicate that game because has always been considered the best Spider-Man game.
Now we have Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac, and it's going hard.
It's getting there.
We're gonna see as far as its longevity. I want to see how are they gonna bring this one back too with the TikTok swingers.
Oh, I've already been seeing it.
Oh, you already been seeing it?
The hour that it came out, I've already been seeing it.
I saw some dude. I was like, oh, they're already at it.
Yeah,
playing the smooth music.
I will say, if anybody doesn't know this, when you have, you can still pick any. Because like at first, I thought you couldn't pick any suit you wanted. You had to pick the symbiote suit in order to use the symbiote powers. You don't. You can pick any suit you want to, and you just have to have the selection for his abilities to be the symbiote abilities. And then you can wear whatever you want and use the symbiote suit.
Oh, nice.
The game doesn't tell you that, I don't think. It might, I don't read.
You just click it. Every time and when it pulls up the little boxes and tell you like what like different things, you just press X.
Basically. I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh, I was in there like, I need to focus. I just want to click X. That be making me so mad when they start teaching you shit, and I'll be like, I need to focus. And that's especially like in Baldur's Gate. I really gotta focus.
Okay, Baldur's Gate is an exception.
That's a whole nother conversation. But we're finna go ahead and wrap this one up. Appreciate y'all for coming down to another installment of Down with the Get Down. If you guys are watching on YouTube, we appreciate you. We love y'all. We're gonna see. Y'all gonna love to see some more of us because we finna pop in with some with more content.
Yep.
For you guys who are listening on whatever audio platform, we appreciate y'all listening to our voices, whether or not you're going to work in the morning or just chilling at home right now on the couch. Whatever you're doing, we appreciate y'all again. Go ahead and pick up Spider-Man because next time we talk about Spider-Man, we'll more than likely have 100% of the game.
And we'll probably have some gameplay up too.
Yep, we damn near would have some gameplay of Spider-Man if y'all see that. So just know if you see that thumbnail pop up, you about to get spoiled. I ain't gonna lie to you, because we getting into it. We low key. Did you want to do a deep dive? Like, do you want to do like that'll be like a full like game review? We can do that. Yeah.
You want to do it after we beat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. This is just first impressions right now, but y'all leave a comment in the comment section below if y'all want to see something like that, a full thing. We're also playing Baldur's Gate, so we may have some content with that as well because we've been getting deep on that too. So we do appreciate y'all for another installment. Go ahead and like, share,
and if you're down with the Get Down, go ahead and subscribe.